Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back in a Fortnite video, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the best overall settings that you guys should be using if you want to be able to build faster, hit more shots, and also edit much quicker. I'm going to show you guys the settings that I currently have, and that I recommend for you guys to try out if you are looking for some new settings to use, or if you are just struggling with the settings you have. I highly recommend to use these, so definitely stay tuned in the video. And real quick, before we get into the video, up on the screen I have the V-Buck giveaway winner of this week. I give away V-Bucks every single Friday, so if you guys would like to participate in the next giveaway and win some free V-Bucks, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on the video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Hit the notification bell, and as well leave a comment down below of your Xbox gamer tag, PSN gamer tag, or Epic account, and you guys will be automatically entered. If you guys would like to support them in the item shop, all you guys have to do is go down to the bottom right, click on support a creator, type in my creator code, which is Young Humor, and you guys will have me added and supported as a creator. And lastly, I'm super excited to announce my new merch. You guys can find it in the link in the description or the pinned comment if you guys are interested. Definitely get a long sleeve t-shirt or a hoodie if you guys like it. And with that being said, let's get right to the video. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to share with you guys all of the settings that I have from like my color blind all the way from my sensitivities and my blinds to show you guys everything that I have. So my video settings, I just have window full screen because it's easier just to record videos on. I can go in between tabs. You really just want to play on full screen because you get the best FPS on that. So if you guys do play on PC and you have the different window modes, you just obviously want to play on full screen. And then as far as the graphics settings and the color blind, it really is a personal preference. I just have mine off, but most people do tend to like the Protonope. A lot of people do like this one. Like I said, it's just a personal preference. It used to be where certain color blinds would give you an advantage for seeing further in the storm, but now that's not the case. It doesn't matter what color blind you're on. It's not going to have any sort of advantage or disadvantage. All comes down to personal preference. And as far as the graphic settings, you want to copy these except for having the shadows. You want to have that on off. And I just have my shadows on medium because I just think it makes the game look a little bit better, but that's just my opinion. So if you guys are on console, then you won't have these settings, but if you're on PC, I do recommend just copying all these that I have. And then for the bottom ones, I just have everything pretty much standard VSync off. The NVIDIA reflex low latency, you want to have that on plus boost. Is really good. It makes everything feel much quicker, and it just reduces the latency a lot for me. Some people have issues with it. I think it's really great, and if you can use it, I definitely would. DirectX 11. And so those are just all my video settings that I have. If you guys are on console, then a lot of these won't be there. But if you play on PC, I recommend just copying all these except for shadows. Turn that off. Like I said, it's just a personal preference. I think it just looks better for content. So that's just why I have it on. It's just not optimal, and it does hurt FPS a little bit. So in the game settings, the auto open doors, you want to have that on. Sprint by default. You want to make sure you have on auto sort consumables to the right. Have the disable pre-edit option. Make sure you have that on. Confirm edit on release. I do play with that on. I don't think that many people play with it off. Only like very few people do, and it's really not worth it. You always want to make sure you have confirm edit on release. It's just really helpful overall. And then tap, search, interact, have that one on. Record replays off. HUD scale, have mine at 80%. You don't want to be on 100 because then your mini map takes up like your entire screen. So having it on like 80 or 85, just anything less than 100 is going to be really good. So as far as the sensitivities that I have in that I'd recommend for you guys to use if you are looking for some new ones or just want to know the ones that I have, I play on a 1.6 building with a 1.8 editing, 49% for my horizontal speed, and vertical speed is on a 46%. I like the sensitivity a lot. I've been using it for the past week or so, and I think it's really great. I was playing on just a little bit higher of a horizontal and vertical speed. I was on like a 53%. Around there. I can't remember exactly, but it was around there, and I decided to lower it just a little bit. It gave me that little bit more control that I wanted, and I've been kind of going a little bit more towards the smooth side when it comes to building and editing. Obviously, these settings are pretty fast. You know, they're not smooth by like really any means, but they are smoother than what I was used to. I used to play on a lot higher, so having the settings that I have on now really give me more control over my builds and edits, and I think it really comes down to personal preference. So what I recommend doing is for the sensitivities I have, so my ADS 12%, 10%, and my look dampening on 0.13. What I recommend doing if you are looking for new settings, you copy these and then you just make the adjustments that you think are necessary for each. So maybe if you think that the ADS sensitivity is too high, maybe you drop it down a couple points. Maybe if you want to play on a higher X and Y sensitivity, maybe you raise that. So I would recommend the sensitivity I have here, and then just make this slight adjustments accordingly. So for your look damping time, I think this is a really important setting. I think everyone should use it. I have mine usually at like a 0.15 or 0.13, but when you have it off, the reason why you want to have it on is because when you turn it off like I have here, it's just really difficult to line up shots on linear from longer distances. And with exponential too, it's a little bit better on there, but you're still going to have difficulties doing so. I mean, you can play on, you know, whatever setting and be able to aim somewhat, but I think if you want to have the most optimal settings, I think look damping time is a must for linear settings players. So as far as what to use, I like 0.15 as of right now, but 0.13, 0.16, maybe 0.20, whatever just feels the best, I'd recommend using. But I definitely would mess around with that setting. I think it adds a lot of value. And then there's just my dead zones that I have. It just comes down to your controller. But another setting that I changed recently that everyone I think should at least give it a try is on my controls. I'm on the generic one, and when it comes to different controllers, you have the Xbox, the PS4, and the generic configuration, and you don't actually have to have a different controller to switch it. You literally just choose Xbox, PS4, or generic. You click on it, and then you just hit accept, and you're going to be on that configuration. And all that does is just makes the input feel a little bit different. And once you guys change in between the different ones, you'll notice immediately. But the best way to explain it is the generic really feels, it just feels more smooth. It feels like I have everything. It just feels a lot faster. I can't really describe it the best way, but I do like the generic over the Xbox One and the PS4. I think the Xbox One is good. I'm not a fan of the PS4 one. It feels a little bit too much, or it feels too stiff in my opinion, but the generic one's really good. I highly recommend giving it a try. If you don't like it, then you can just go back to, you know, the Xbox One or the PS4 configuration you had. So give the generic a try. I think you guys will like it, and it really helped out my builds and edits a ton. So that's why I recommend for you guys to give it a go. And as I said with the settings, just put on the settings that I have and then make adjustments according to what you like and your playstyle, because your settings really comes down to how you play and the playstyle you have. Because if you're a person who likes to play really aggressive with builds and edits, maybe you want a little bit higher sensitivity for building and editing, versus maybe you like to just build really consistent, really smooth. Maybe you want to lower your building and editing sensitivity. So I think a lot of the settings come down to your individual playstyle. So just kind of knowing what playstyle you have is really going to help you adjust and find the best settings that work for you. So with that being said, that's wrap it up for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful, make sure you guys do drop a like, hit that subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. I do stream here on the channel at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time, so make sure you guys hit the notification bell so you guys will get notified every single time I live stream, so you guys don't miss it. And with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.